in Maine. Look, we've got developments here to the annex, which is my bedroom in Maine. The Hot Mics studio is up and running. Probably needs ironing. We need a few more lights. We've got a few things to do, but all is well here. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Kim Hastings, what up? Checking in from Ocean City, Maryland. Steve, let's go around the horn here. There's Kim. Steve is in Los Angeles. Where Steve, is it hot there?
Yeah, it's starting to heat up. We got lucky for a few weeks, but yeah, it's getting hot now. It's starting.
Jesus, it has been scorching around the country. Checking in on the temperatures. Let's see. There's Michelle Farrow in New Jersey. Jersey's got to be hot as shit. How about DC? Brutal. Last night in 12 miles off the coast of mid-coast Maine, I'm in the little pizza joint with all of our friends, and it's really kind of but everybody's sweating their pants off. It was so hot. Super hot. There's Huntington Beach checking in right there. What's going on? Super hot. Abington, Mass, 99 degrees. Margaret Lynch right there was at 99. Who went higher? I'm telling you, look at this. Look at the map of the United States of what we've just gone through. And now they call it a heat dome. Is anyone when something like this happens, I think it was 119 degrees in Charleston, South Carolina. Unbelievable. There's Lisa. LA and South Carolina got crushed. Yeah, I think I left my electric car plugged in the driveway. It's probably melted by now. I can't fit it in the garage, so it's kind of a bummer. Hot in Utah. Hot, hot, hot. Sister Wendy, oh, the time has come. Nantucket. Nantucket was wonderful. We had a great time in Nantucket, and my brother picked me up. He's a pilot of a small plane, and picked me up. We flew to Maine, spent the night with him in Portland. And then the next morning we got up and we went to Canada, Nova Scotia. That's why we didn't do morning mics for Monday, Tuesday. We were up in Cabot Links, Cape Breton, Canada. That's what they call it. And it is just gorgeous. The golf course is Cabot Links. Is the first course, and Cabot Cliffs. If you're a golfer, it's very much, there's a view. You're right on the ocean. It's very much like Bandon Dunes in the Northwest. Northwest is up in Oregon. So it's very similar. So hot. 74 in Rochester Hills, Michigan. That's not so bad. I don't know why we're complaining about that. 74 is stunning. Look at this. Good morning from Las Vegas. 78 now, 100 later. That's because it's very early in the morning. Yeah. Ours just lifted. I think the East Coast is actually in good shape for this week. It's going to lift for the rest of the week and weekend. So, blazing hot mics. I'll tell you that. Slay Batty. Look at that. Slay Batty. That's your name. I like that. It's just been, but we went up to Cabot Links, and it just, oh, how awesome, Billy. Watched your last day of Extra. I cried. I think I'm on Extra this week. I think this week is my last week, but taped. It won't be me having done it that day. You'll be able to see the nuances that show. So Extra is definitely finished, but I have been doing voiceover work for them since, from Canada, everywhere else. Hi from Nova Scotia. Wendy, I was just there, as you heard me say. And Cape Breton is beautiful. The town where the golf course is, where Cabot Links is called Inverness. And it's very beautiful, right on the water. I think I shot a panorama, didn't I? An around the. Did I shoot some video, Steve? Look at that. There's the town of Inverness. Then you sweep around. Look at these links. Oh my God, the beach is right there. There's a little par 3 hole that goes right down to the water. There's my brother on his phone. No, that's not my brother. That's Tim O'Brien, who's with us. There's our caddies, a couple of young studs. Look at these beautiful. Links golf is that tall, wispy grass. It's, that you see in Scotland and Ireland and stuff. Somebody said they like the hair. Oh, Wednesday, the black cat. Thank you for the hair's getting, it's gray. I was doing that wash away, the gray away, and I gave it up because it was coming out purple. Has anyone ever done that? Women have it figured out. Women can just go in and get bright, bright blonde, even though it's fully gray. And it's allowed. Men go in, dye the hair, and it's, oh, did you see that guy's dye job? Oh my God, his dye job is so bad. The dude's got like, it's rusty up top, it's rusty red, and then all of a sudden gray here. You forgot to do the bottom, buddy. You know what I'm talking about. Not going to be an extra anymore. That's right, Gail. I'm sorry. I watched it because of you. Thanks. I did it my way. You know, I've got my way of doing it. People do it differently. I always said, you know, with entertainment television, it's not saving the world. It's not that serious. So I think my style over the years was to wink at the audience a little bit. Like, you know, we know we're not dealing with rocket science. Thank you. I appreciate that, though. Let's see. Turtle Boy met Ben Affleck in Cape Cod. He posted pictures on his YouTube page. Turtle Boy and Ben Affleck. He's just thinking about Ben Affleck a second ago. Big Ben. Big Boston Ben. He should be down there in the Cape having a good time with Turtle Boy. I bet when Ben talks to Turtle Boy, his Southie comes out even more. You know? You start really like, oh my God, Turtle Boy, I watched your coverage. It was wicked great. Can't believe it. You just can't help it. You know? It's like when Madonna moved to London, you know, with Guy Ritchie. All of a sudden, she was, you know, oh, it's wonderful here. You know, thank you. Madonna, wait. Girl, you Canadian, you know. Come on back. Speaking of Ben, though, we were just talking about Ben this morning, Steve, because Ana de Armas, like she and Tom Cruise, and the reason why we talk about Ben is because, well, it was Ben before Tom, but now Ana de Armas and Tom Cruise. Look at this. How old is she? Is she 33 to his 63? Are they a 30-year difference right there? And Tom's got the dye job. Tom's rocking the dye job, right? He's got this medium T-shirts, hugging the guns. He's got to stay forever young, I guess, right? Movie star. She's 33. I'm trying to think of myself.
37. I believe she's 37, Billy.
37.
And he's 63.
He's 63 and
Right.
she's 37.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of myself at like 63. Would a 37-year-old woman want anything to do with, you know what I mean? Like, and the point is, you know, he wants to stay alive, right? I always say this, men just want to feel like we're not dying and that we're potent, we're still relevant. And that's his move. What were you saying about Tom earlier, Steve? Do you want to share that? You said it to me, you know, while we were just chit-chatting early in the morning. You said you can't picture Tom Cruise having sex. You said it.
I did. No, I said I can't picture him having sex with anyone. I love Tom Cruise. I go to the movies. I can't picture him having sex with anyone.
Well,
Has he really had sex with anyone, even in movies?
Let me see if I can. Hang on. Let me just hold on. Okay, this is Tom. He walks in. It's been a long. He gets out of the fighter. Let's have him get out of the helicopter. He puts the helicopter down in the front lawn. He comes in. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. Actually, I can see it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to see it again. I see it just once. That's enough. Danielle says Tom's gay. I don't think so. I don't. Yeah. Oh, Billy, age don't matter after 25-ish. Yeah. My daughters, I have 3 daughters, 20, 24, and 26. And they said to me, Dad, your significant other needs to be 15 years older than your oldest child. So Josie is 26. That means 41 is the basement. for me. Can't go younger than 41 if I'm to listen to her. And why would I listen to her? But anyway, yeah, my girlfriend is 48. Oh shit! I said it again. Oh my gosh, she's asleep. I think.
But she's asleep. Is she in the same room as you right now, Billy?
Shit, you guys have got to keep my secret. I keep saying the age. It's so bad. You're not supposed to do that. Women are cougars. Lisa, a 37-year-old woman is not a cougar, right? What is the cougar line? Is the cougar, and then there's a few categories now. Help me out here. There's cougar, and I think that's like 50 and up, maybe. And then there's like a leopard. No, there's like a cheetah, and then there's other ones that they have. Which does the category? I don't know. Had to pinky with son, not to date younger than him. Okay, give me a woman right now. Here's Joy. Joy, we love Joy. We are now MILFs or GMILFs. Grandmother. That's a GRILF, a grandmother, or is a grandfather the GRILF? A GMILF? I can't say GMILF. How young is there a woman in the chat? Let's expose this. Is there someone out there who has dated younger than your son? And is there someone who has hooked up with one of your son's friends? Now, that is I'm not going to fake out, Rich. I don't care. I don't care what you do. Is Billy a zaddy? I've heard that term before. I don't know. Own your age, ladies. Old chicken makes delicious soup.
I'm dying back here, Billy. I'm dying. I was waiting for you to read it.
Whoa. 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 Woo! This is a hump day, huh? This is a hump day here. Okay, spicy this morning. I agree. What's going on? My oldest son. Once my oldest son is 35, Kel's gonna date 35. I don't know. It's a hot thing. The women are really liking young dudes these days. It was very taboo back in the day. I think very, very taboo. An older woman and a younger man. A sexist society, absolutely it was for sure. You've got older men and younger women. One of my dad's super tight buddies, she was 40 years younger. He married her when he was 60 and she was 20. 20 and 60. It's like, we were all like, oh my God, uncle, blah, blah. This is crazy. Still married. 95 and 55 right now. And she's still knockout. And he is, you know why? He's 95 years old. He's hanging on. I think she's like, I don't want her dating anyone else. I'm going to live to 105. She can date when she's 65, but not now. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson. Are we all thinking the same thing, Steve? Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson. There's something that, look, I've been doing this for many years in Hollywood. There is a rumor, a pretty well-established, confirmed rumor, if you can confirm a rumor, about Liam Neeson that he possesses something overwhelming. Like wow. Whoa. Like, whoa. And then you think, Tommy Lee is legendary, right?
A legend.
And the only person that is known to be in the Tommy Lee and maybe past Tommy Lee, deeper category, is Liam Neeson.
I'll say this. Maybe people don't know.
How does she's been hogging all the, I don't know.
Maybe people don't know, but Liam Neeson is a very big man. I'll say that. When you see him on the red carpet, he's big man.
Yeah, and I'm not really talking about his height right now.
I know.
There are plenty of tall people in Hollywood, but one thing about Liam that is, the wink, wink, whoa is... So, yeah. Well, they're having fun. They're look, love, When you love, you love. Love is very powerful. Charlize there, and they are having the time of their lives. They're as cute as can be together. Charlize admitted to a one-nighter with a 26-year-old. That's right. That was recent. She's old enough to be his mom. Nope. My sons are 28 and 24, and it's just wrong to have a guy the same age as your children. Well, it's definitely weird. I don't know if it's wrong. I guess, you have every right to believe it's wrong. I think I get it, but it's weird. I can tell you, I cannot date a girl that she would be a girl. That's my daughter's age, 26, 27. I can't. They would look at me and no. And by the way, they have friends who are, gorgeous friends that come over all the time. I don't see it that way. It's not in my field of vision. But I think the 15 rule, honestly, no. My son is a personal trainer and massage therapist, and he's trying a lot of my friends. I think you meant training.
I hope it's training, Bill.
I hope it's trying. I hope he's trying them out, like road testing, like as if he's like trying to buy a car. My son is a personal trainer and massage therapist, and he's training a lot of my friends, and I know that several of them have hit on him, although they have sons his age. I think if you see someone sexy in a gym, it makes you work out harder. You know what I mean? That's for motivation. I'm not going to lie. This may sound creepy, but in the yoga class, there's a gorgeous person in yoga. If they're within eye shot, it helps me, when I want to die in there. Bradley and Gigi. Yeah, that's an old couple. That's a traditional distance right there. Liam is lovely. Look at this. Here's Mama Roll. Yeah, he loved his wife. He really did. And that was a terrible thing. Natasha had that terrible ski accident, remember? Years ago, she was, I don't think she was wearing a helmet. And she hit her head on the snow and then and later died. She is the reason that I once got hit with a golf ball on the golf course, and I went to the hospital because I was thinking about her. Billy is so much hotter now that he shaved his facial bush. What a zaddy. Mildred, you have, look at Mildred. What's up, Mildred? Yeah, the stash wasn't doing so well. People didn't love the stash, so we had to get rid of that. So yeah, Tom Cruise. I want to think Tom Cruise, but back in the day for Ana de Armas, she's a solid actress, right? Wait, do you guys hear my mom yelling at me? Mom? Oh my God, what? Here comes my mom. Mom, I'm playing in the basement. 53-year-old man lives with his mom. Mom, come here. Come here. You're live on the YouTube. You're live on the YouTube. You heard about the YouTube?
Well, what about Kenneth? He wants to see the set.
Kenneth can come in. Kenneth helps my mom with lots of the stuff around there. Kenny, come say hi to everybody. Here comes everybody. There's Kenny Hopkins right there. He's a Maine legend.
Hello.
There's Kenny. Kenny, show him what a real Maine accent is. Can you give it like super deep, like way in there, Wiccan?
No,
Try.
I can't. It's just not.
My brother does it. Yeah, you did. You just did it. Mom, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, no, come in.
Good morning.
Come in.
Oh, I got it.
There's my mom. Look how cute she is. Mom, we have a question here from
Hey,
the
Mom.
audience wants to know. There's Steve, Mom. There's Steve, your friend Steve.
Hey, Mom, I had
boxes for you.
What is too young to a woman your age? You're single. So what is too young a man at this point with you being 85 to date? What would be too young?
I don't know, Billy. I haven't thought about it.
75 too young? 70?
Under 75. Yeah, definitely.
Too young.
70. 70's too young.
70's too young. All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, she's so cute. Okay, Mom, can you close the door? How embarrassing is that? I feel like I haven't moved out of my mom's basement. I'm 53 years old and I'm playing with my toys in the basement. And Mom's like, Billy! I'm like, Mom, I'm talking to my friends. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Steve, should I be embarrassed?
not at all, actually, with your mom.
You really?
Your mom's just too cool and too sweet.
She's awesome. Bring her back on right there. You know what? We're going to get Mom on a regular basis. She's really got some pearls of wisdom. She's turning 86 in August, and she's amazing. I get time in Maine, and it's funny how all this equipment here, thanks to Steve, and how it travels, so we can do it. But mom's an absolute A+. And I got my friend here, one of my best friends from high school, Stan. He's out there hanging and making some business calls. He's in the cannabis. He runs a big fund. They raised $400 million, and they invest in cannabis companies. And so he's in the weed biz. Pearls of wisdom with your mom. Yes, please. I'd watch that. Tammy, I'm telling you, the woman has... oh my God, I've heard that before. Someone just said your mother looks like Cloris Leachman. Can't find
Billy,
that.
I see that. I see that too for sure.
Mom's got a little. I loved Cloris Leachman. Oh my God, when she was on Dancing with the Stars, I used to do all kinds of things with Cloris Leachman. I loved her.
I want to get your mom on to do a cooking segment with that vegetable soup she makes. That's my goal. The vegetable soup.
Oh, yeah. No, she can really cook. What a day in August. I'm an August baby. Beth is turning 54 in August. Beth, you're just a couple months older than me. I'll be right behind you there. I will be, I will be 54 in October. I wish Prince Harry had the class, the charm, and the zaddy qualities of Billy Bush. What? Mildred, you this zaddy business. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't even know what a zaddy is, but I got a feeling I know. Billy, what are you like? High? Are you Cheech or Chong? When I'm, I like the canned drinks. You ever heard of the canned drinks? 2 milligrams of THC, and I'm just, the buzz is very nice, and there's no hangover. And I don't like too much. I see these cannabis drinks, and they're like 10 milligrams or something. What am I going to do with that? But the little, and my mom grabbed one of them the other night. Oh my God, my mom grabbed one of the lavender lime cannabis drink. And I said to her, Mom, how was it? She goes, well, it was lovely. It was great. I got to give her tomorrow we'll do a review. She said it was nice, but I had the weirdest dream in the middle of the night. My old boyfriend from back when, he was coming this and that. And I said, Mom, have another tonight and get back in there and work this stuff out. It's like ayahuasca for her. Do you get the munchies? No, I do eat. I'm a real eater though. CBD, they say, is good for sleeping and healing. Yeah, I don't know about that. I rub that hemp CBD cream, in the sore spots, and I don't know that it. How did she feel afterwards? Oh shit, man! I wish I could be a pot cake so Zaddy Billy could bake me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
you
resist.
just love putting. Mildred is just taking. Mildred pot shots. She's taking pot shots at the Bushman. Yeah, here's Hey Joe. Look at this. 2 milligrams ain't shit. 10 milligrams will get you planted on the couch for a minute, depending. Is it indica or sativa? Yeah, I get sativa's the upper. And indica is the melt into the couch and watch Amy Bradley is missing. I got you on that. Oh, I saw Bethany Frankel drank too much cannabis juice. I think she was drinking can. They make stronger ones can. The 2 milligrams are nice because you can have 2 cocktails. And that's enough, right? 2 cocktail limit is a smart way of living. But 2 10s would be too much for me. 10, because that 20 milligrams, I'd be out of my mind. I took gummies, help me sleep. I like a little gummy too, but sometimes you feel a little groggy in the morning. You can't take too much. Stacy says, I told my therapist about how I love my morning coffee routine, listening to Billy. She grabbed her phone and subscribed during the therapy session. We love you, Billy. Oh my God. It's amazing, Stacy. Thank you. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, also send a text to or else I have to go Nah, we can do it. We can do it. Although, you know what? Maybe I'll start charging my mom for yard work. Gotta make money somewhere. Oh, there's Amy. I overslept. Hi, Amy. We forgive you. Have your coffee. Settle in. We're talking about a lot of things today, Amy. Amy, we're talking about the appropriate age of dating. See, mom's 85 and she says anything under 75 is too young. But imagine a 76-year-old swashbuckler. See, my mom is 85, but she sails her own sailboat by herself. She jumps off the dock. She is in excellent shape.
I was going to bring up the yoga. I mean, I watched her do yoga one night. Stuff I can't do. I mean, not even close.
Look at this. Bell says, ask for allowance. You know, might as well if I'm living in mom's basement doing my little YouTube show. God almighty. It's just so mean. I love Maine. Look at that. Maine. Oh, have you not been to Maine? If you're a New Englander, you've been to Maine. But I've had friends come from Los Angeles and they're like, what the hell? This place is incredible. There's two types of Maine, like a lot of places. It's ocean and lake people. I'm definitely ocean. We're 12 miles out here, and it's amazing. This morning, I popped up early and went to pick up my brother's wife. Went to pick my sister-in-law and the two little ones. My brother has 7 kids. Yeah, he had 5 older ones, and now he's got the second round. They're 6 and 4. So little Willa and little Johnny. I went to pick them up, and his wife Faye. And we blasted over and blasted back, made it with 15 minutes to spare here. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Hancock, Maine. Oh, I know where that is. My best friend from 1978 lives up in Hancock, Maine. Gorgeous. Bethany and JBZ Bethany and tasting of anything is epic. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do a little can tasting. I went to your family's estate in Kennebunkport. Estate sounds so gorgeous. Yeah, that's Walker's Point there in Kennebunkport. That's all George H.W. Bush's kids. They all have houses on that piece of land, and George W. kind of runs it. So we're way further north, up deeper into in the islands up here in the Penobscot area. But George Sr. used to love to give the tourists a show. He was a great boatsman, and he had a very fast cigarette, it was called. That's the name of the boat, with big engines on the back. And he would come roaring in and do a power slide and spray, and the tourists would go crazy. And they loved the picture. That was HW. See, George W., he doesn't really go out in the boat. He just plays golf. One time I went down to play with him. He said, I got a bad knee. I had a bad knee, man. He said, my handicap's up to a 12, but my bullshit is still a 1. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Oh, wow. Spent my childhood in Peaks Island, Maine. I don't know where that is. I'd have to look that up. We need to talk about hidden gem food spots in Waterville. You know, Waterville has changed a lot. Waterville, Maine is where I went to college. I went to Colby College. And they've got like fancy hotels now on Main Street. So I really don't know. I don't know anything about it anymore. Does your bro own a farm up here in Maine? No, he lives in South Portland, Maine. And he does not own a farm. But he buys farm-to-table stuff because everybody in Maine gets to do that. Stunning how beautiful it is. Casco Bay. Yeah, Jules. Now you're talking. That's gorgeous. And yeah. Oh, I just bought a Colby College sweatshirt. Okay. Excellent. So many things going on in this world. Jeez. God almighty. Who's Molly McPherson? Billy, you should get Molly McPherson as a guest on your hot mic. She's a straight shooter and seems sensible. Why don't I know that name? Who's Molly McPherson? Steve? You don't know? I don't know Molly.
I was just looking her up. No, admittedly, I don't. I think she's on a quick search was a public relations specialist type person.
Ah.
Talks about that.
Here's Miss Jessica. She says, my sister owns an alpaca farm in the area of Portland. I'll pack a bag and head down to see it. Dad joke. Not good. My brother might want to bring his kids over there, 4 and 6, to check out the alpacas. That's amazing. Oh, we want to see the infamous Xander. Xander is my oldest buddy and dated Gwyneth Paltrow. Let me pull up a picture of Xander. He was so good looking. When we were growing up, he was really, really a stud. I'll put up Xander tomorrow. Maybe we'll get him on a link. He's always like, Bushy, you're killing me with the Gwyneth stories. I don't want Gwyneth to think this is coming from me. And I said, why not? Who cares? Gwyneth owns all of her past. She owns all of her boyfriends. And you were the lucky one, Xan. You were the high school sweetheart, bro. Embrace that. Xander's very, very cute, sister. Well, yeah, he was very, very handsome. Please. Oh, wait, what was that? Sorry, Steve. What was that? Please, Steve, ask Ryan Phillippe to play Billy Bush in a movie. Oh.
Hello, Ryan.
Yeah, sister Wendy, it's from Julie Bowen. Yeah, Julie Bowen had a crush on Xander in high school. Then Xander left after freshman year and went to finish high school back in New York, and that is where his senior year he dated Gwyneth. I love that we got to see your mom, says Sister Golden Sun. She sounds like a fantastic lady from everything you've shared. She raised good boys, so that speaks to her character. Yeah, she was a great mother. A really great mother. We always had structure. We always had schedules. She never let us just hang around. You know, when the summer was going, we had work to do. We had chores to do. We mowed the lawn. I have to tell you, parents were way better in the day. My dad was, and my mom and my dad were way better parents than me. There's just no question about it. I should have made the girls, I made them clear plates and put them away and do your, but did I make them, make the bed? Absolutely. You make your bed before you come down for breakfast and all that. I think they'd be happier people. I think I failed on that front. More structure would have been good. Mom had so much structure, too much. She wouldn't let us eat snack bar food and stuff. She'd be like, no, I made you a cucumber sandwich. I'm like, Mom, don't make me bring the bad sandwich to the day camp. The other guys are getting the good stuff. I want the shit food. Epstein's niece, Anya Wick, would be an awesome interview. Steve, mark that down. Let's look for her. Speaking of Epstein, how about Ghislaine Maxwell? Congress sends her a subpoena, and she's like, I'm not going to testify. And then she's like, okay, I will testify, but I've got many demands. You're a child sex trafficker. How many demands do you need? And how many are we going to entertain? She wants formal immunity, no prosecution for anything she says, which means I'm going to lay it all out and then I walk and that's it. If I say something terrible, you can't prosecute. I think we'd all do that deal, right? Because I honestly, even though she's a child sex trafficker, I want to know what she knows. She says she wants the interview to be outside of her detention facility and she wants the questions in advance. A couple of big celebrities have done that to me over the years. We want the questions in advance. I just don't know. And then the major report is that that high-ranking, this is in People magazine this morning, high-ranking Trump officials have the footage in their possession that does not have a minute missing. They have the whole thing. And so they have everything outside of Epstein's cell. What that means, was he whisked away somewhere? Did someone go in and whack him and come out? But they have the whole thing. And that's People magazine. They do, you know how Trump can sue media organizations and demand payment. He's doing it right now to Rupert Murdoch. It's the Wall Street Journal filing a multi-billion, $10 billion lawsuit. You got ABC and CBS. You'll have to beat Tucker and Megyn for that interview. I don't know. Both my friends. I'm friends with Tucker and Meghan. I've known Tucker since high school. Tucker and Julie Bowen were in the same class at my high school. Tucker Carlson, Julie Bowen, same class. Friends. I think Tucker's wife, and Tucker's wife, he's been together with Tucker Carlson has been with his wife for since 10th grade. Never have they been apart with anyone else. They've been together for the longest, I think, for 40 years, which is amazing. And Tucker's wife Susie and Julie were great friends. That is the fact. It is it's disgusting. They're even allowing that piece of shit a second to speak. She's just as guilty as Jeffrey Epstein. We all know why they're kissing her butt right now. Yeah. Congress wants her in there. The Democrats want her. What is Trump doing? Is he still getting away with this? Candace Owens said she's going to die on this hill. I will not forget that. I will not unhear it, and I'm going to keep asking her because she said, no, we're going to keep up the pressure. This is not one you get to sweep and walk away from. It's too central to Trump's base. Trump was Epstein's co-conspirator at Mar-a-Lago. Katie Johnson, who was a minor, withdrew her rape lawsuit against him because she and the family received death threats. U.S. Oh my God, this is heavy stuff here. Trump is saying all kinds of things now. You know, he says he tries to walk away from it, but he can't help but gossip. And he's like, yeah, you know, I was mad at Jeffrey. But it's so confusing. He says he stole employees from me at Mar-a-Lago, girls who worked in the spa. And Trump says, I told him, stop stealing. You got to stop stealing my employees, Jeffrey. And he went and did it again. And so I said, you know what? You're out of here. And I threw him out of the club. Well, then there's a real estate deal. They were both gunning for a big piece of property in Palm Beach and way back in early 2000s. And they had a falling out over the real estate. Then there was inappropriateness just at the club and him being a creep. And Donald Trump even said, I think Virginia Giuffre was an employee of mine. You think? I mean, look up the files. Was she an employee of you? There's so much weirdness going on here, and it just gets weirder and weirder, but he always wins. He is Teflon Don, and nothing sticks. We've seen it. Is this going to stick? If his base keeps it alive, it will. Yeah, Maxwell is a known liar. How credible is she anyway? Look, she's disgusting. She is a child sex trafficker. Piece of shit is right. But no, the president's not coming. He's forward. He's not being forthright on the Epstein files. So do we have to get it from Ghislaine? She's not going to. She was under the spell of Epstein. I'm fairly confident Ghislaine Maxwell doesn't come out of prison. She comes from a wealthy family, like all this stuff. Come out of prison and be like, where else? My addiction is roaring. Where else can I sex traffic? I think she was just slave to Jeffrey Epstein and would do anything for him. Christina says there's an old interview with Gail on CBS with Virginia and mentions she worked at Mar-a-Lago and Maxwell lured her to Epstein. Yeah. She worked at Mar-a-Lago. So this is just so creepy. I mean, it's so gross. And yet I have this feeling that even if there's Trump, even if there's photos of Trump, you know, on the, he says he didn't go to the island. I bet he didn't. And we've seen all the video of them. And even I just think with someone else, you'd be more appalled. But with Trump, it's kind of like, is anything shocking? Are you really shocked that, you know, he had fun with Epstein and that was his guy? And I don't know. It's like the people, when we found out that Tiger Woods was like not this, citizen of the world. We held him to such an unbelievable standard. When we found out that Tiger Woods was having sex with the IHOP waitress in the parking lot, and 15 other people were like, oh my God, Tiger Woods? Everything I knew. Well, what's next? But with Trump, it's like, okay. I mean, like, I don't think he's trying to profess that he was a saint throughout the years. Right? Like Jimmy Carter, you'd be like, what? Jimmy Carter did what? George H.W. Bush did what? I always thought Trump wanted folks to think that there was no list, no blackmail attempts by Epstein, so he could justify pardoning Maxwell. She and Jeffrey introduced Trump and Melania. Oh, Melania. Yeah. Anyway. If People magazine is reporting that Trump officials have the footage without the missing minute from outside of Epstein's cell, I want to see that. Okay, there's controversy. Let's talk a little bit about Sydney Sweeney. Why is everybody so into Sydney Sweeney? I don't get it. I really don't. She's probably lovely, and this is her moment and the whole thing. But I don't know that she's our new sex symbol. She looks, I don't know. I'm not, I'm lovely, but she's great. But I think the main thing about her, anyone can go and purchase, if you know what I mean. Like anyone can, I could have those, Caitlyn got those. So Sydney's got her new blue jeans commercial for American Eagle. And she says in the commercial, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, even eye color. Don't suggest
Passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
So she's every boy's, like, Tucker taught me a phrase. I shouldn't even say it. PMR. A Rolodex where you keep things to think about if you're trying to, not cheat. And by cheat, I mean look at the pornography. Don't do it. Boys love Sydney Sweeney. But she's talking like that. She's like, genes are like, determine your hair color and other things. AKA also my sick body. And people are just crushing her. They say it's regressive. But I thought the woke culture was dead. I don't know. They said this is regressive material, a blonde bombshell catering to the male gaze, they argued. A quintessential symbol of a bygone era. How far back are you planning to go? Says the comment section. Do you still want to vote? Another one chided. You accept these jobs that objectify your body. Fight the patriarchy. Don't join it. This has been going on forever. I'm going to say a couple of things here. Women wear makeup. Guys like me on TV have to, or else we look terrible. But women wear makeup. We've been painting women's faces forever. You see Pam Anderson, you see Alicia Keys, and they try these moments of like, no, we're all the same. And yet, when you do the right makeup job, you look beautiful and gorgeous. And we want to turn men on. Yes, we do. And men want to turn ladies on, women on. So whatever you got to do to keep the sexes going, by the way, our population is going to disappear if we don't start humping. And hopefully in married environments. I'm a little conservative on that front, like the families, like, I don't want to buy a kid, but if you want to, it's your business. Sydney Sweeney, she's got a moment. She's 27 and she's luring and she's like doing her sexy thing. But then look at like Sabrina Carpenter, and everyone's doing their, sex up act somewhere. So, you know, are the jeans good? I don't know if the blue jeans are good. Always be innovating. Kim Kardashian, speaking of Sydney, is selling jeans. Kim Kardashian's Skims company, branching out way beyond the seamless sculpt thong bodysuits and scoop bralettes. Here it is. This is called the Ultimate Face. Boy, this is such a freaking racket. This shit doesn't do a damn thing. Nothing for your face. The Ultimate Face, signature sculpting fabric infused with collagen yarns for ultra soft jaw support. Really? Really? You got a face hammock, and this is going to give you jaw support and a little bit of that. Why don't you just do what Kris Jenner just did, and that is go to Dr. Steve Levine in New York, and instead of $48 for the Ultimate Face sculpting basket, for $200,000, go to Steve Levine and get the greatest FL ever. I will say he's doing some of the finest work out there. People who want their, I mean, Lindsay Lohan. I don't know if she went to that guy, but a tremendous one.
Billy, I'm going to get you one of these head things and you're going to wear it.
I saw a girl in you. Oh yeah, you know what, Steve? Get a let's order me a Skims. It's $48. You can use the Hot Mike's credit card because we really watch our pennies as we are building from our thing. But we're gonna get me a face crotch. I mean,
absolutely. It's gonna
cradle, a face cradle. Yeah, but that's okay. Someone's selling me here. That's KK's point. If you can't afford a facelift, then you buy the Skims facelift. $48 is not going to do a damn thing for your face. I say spring. Face hammock. I just thought of that, Lisa. Honestly, I've never said those words in my entire life. Yeah. I don't want to look like a Kardashian. Is that weird? Danielle, you look amazing on your own. But people like looking like Kardashians. They like big booties. Apparently big booties are just like dominating and like curves and I don't know. I mean, to each his own, but people like looking like them. That's for sure. I'm not a fan of cosmetic surgery, but I'm all for it if those celebrities that went out and ruined their face with crappy surgery need to have it fixed. Yeah, well, if you know, one of my children is removing tattoos. I said, did I tell you this day would come? You put these things all over the place in random areas. I don't mind a little one. I got one right back here. I got one on my shoulder, and it's terrible. It's as bad as the mustache. So, you know, I'm playing the hypocrite when I do that. The problem with that face cradle is your muscles then do not work to hold your chin up. So then you actually makes your saggy chin worse. In the long run, we should be working out. Our natural collagen should be holding our face together. I'll just take 200,000 out of my house and put it into my face. Yeah. I mean, I would say, I don't know what the price tag is, but for a Stephen Levine facelift, Steve, if you could get any piece of plastics, if you could get any procedure done in plastic surgery.
No, I'm really thinking. I don't know. No, I think I would probably want to work on my hair a little bit.
You wouldn't go in and say, give me the Liam Neeson?
Nah.
Soon as that becomes safe, and if that becomes a safe procedure, and there's no way you can, because that is the male unit is a really intricately nerve-ending, wired machine. But if AI, that would be the worst thing. Viagra was a terrible thing for women. A terrible thing for women. When old guys were like, ready to go. I'm like, what? Shit, no. You're not supposed to be ready to go. This is where we relax and we get old together. And now if you do that to women, they go, oh my God. Help. A BBL, is that a Brazilian butt lift? That's a real thing, the BBL. Remember when I was at the Rio Olympics? Boy, I was wherever I go in that show. But Steve, do you remember when we did the I got a brozillion, we called it.
I do.
Alessandra Ambrosio gave me a
Yes.
brozillion.
I was in the room.
You were in the
fortunately
room.
or unfortunately, when it.
Do we have footage of that? Let's maybe for tomorrow we'll put a little a point in. I laid down Alessandra Ambrosio. She's so gorgeous. I think one of the most beautiful supermodels in the world. She's from Brazil. She welcomes us to Rio. We go and we get a brozillion. We thought that would be funny. I go in. I'm in the robe. I lay down on the table. She comes in. The towel, the robe comes off. She is looking at my taint. I'm laying there naked with my ass to the sun, and Alessandra and some very much, a larger technician, let's say, standing there, and she's got they do the thing, and Alessandra's like, okay, 3, 2, yikes. I mean, I can't believe I had the courage to lay there in such a vulnerable position with her.
Not only was she there, Billy, but I was there and about 4 other crew guys in like a 10-by-6 room. There was a lot of people in the room.
With all the traveling we did, we've spent a lot of, I've seen a lot of you, you've seen a lot of me, and
Yes.
we've just,
Yes.
it's just, to be honest, we make each other feel better. That's true.
Very true.
Do the meow exercises and face yoga. Meow, meow, meow. Is that how you do that? I don't know. I've been married almost 35 years. No need for Viagra or Cialis yet. So far, so good. Wow. But your husband may be cheating. Not on you, but he may be sneaking a little 5 milligram Cialis. Guys do it all the time. Don't let him do what he wants to do. If he wants to share that with you, that's fine. But don't go rifling through the DOP kit. If your husband is passing off, no, baby, it's you. It's you. And by the way, that is out there. Everything's out there. But I do know that they call it the weekender. A little 5 milligram Cialis, and you just you run it for the weekend. It's an amazing thing. Claire D, yeah, I'm roaring. We're rocking this morning, huh? You know it. A razor does the trick. Maybe on the face. Danielle, I know the pictures are, what pictures? Oh, I might have misfired there. But wait, I have a question. I feel like an absolute rebel. Never had anything done. I'm over here like a complete psychopath, aging naturally. Well, you saw my mom. I mean, she's a very beautiful lady. She would never get anything done. But all the ladies I know are getting everything done. And I'll tell you, the one thing that works out for everybody is if you got to do this stuff, I think is the eye job. The eye, whatever there's skin, it's been explained to me. If you like, I honestly don't care myself. We're never gonna. I grew up old school with mom. Steve, let's take a look at Brad Pitt. He's got the new movie coming out. It's the continuation of the Cliff Booth story. Remember, with Leonardo DiCaprio. So he's going back to that. Tom Cruise is going back to Les Grossman for a movie, and Brad Pitt is going back to Welcome to Hollywood's Cliff Booth, stuntman. Look at the hair. Yeah, and the stash. By the way, Brad Pitt can rock a stash like nobody's business.
I thought I just put up Brad from the last movie because I think this is why there's going to be a remake.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
His mustache. God, he is great looking. Look at the abdominal muscles on that motherfucker. Really? I mean, wait. Go back. Someone said that was David Spade. Go back to the who wore it better, Spade or Brad Pitt? Funny one there from Radical Valkyrie. Yeah, I'm psyched to see that. Some of the other things while you're at it there that you can get, Steve, did you know if you go to Skims, you can buy a ribbed tank, a Fits Everybody's Scoop bralette for $34. It's very affordable. The Fits Everybody thong is $18. You're telling me every ass can get it? There's one thong that fits all asses? Not possible.
All right. I'm adding the thong to your skim head thing. So we'll get a thong too.
I am not going to wear a thong. That's Brad Pitt. Yeah, he's 62 years old. Yeah, he's a hottie, man. No question. I'm going to give it to my man, Brad. Great looking. 62 years old. Stunning. Anyway, it is so good to be back in the saddle. It's my favorite part. We get the day in Maine rocking with little morning mics and little check-in, little connection. We're going to get Mom rocking this August. We're going to share pearls of wisdom from Mom. My Maine moment today, I always like to share a little moment from Maine. It was Nova Scotia. We're just going to take the little piece. We showed you my trip to Cabot Links with all those great guys. And I'm going to get another Brazilian today. Yeah, the Brazilian. I must say, I was always a swift runner, but after that Brazilian, I picked up about 0.2 of a second on my mile. They're the boys. Yep. Really nice guys. And we played the sickest golf courses. Here's the best thing if you're a golfer like me. The first day, Steve, I shot 75 on Cabot Links.
75. Okay.
A par 70 course. I was only 5 over par. The Bushman was just rocking. And the next day, with the same ball that I never lost, it's a par 72 called Cabot Cliffs, and I shot 79. So both days.
Well done.
Both
Well done.
days.
You brought your clubs all the way up there? Your
Oh,
clubs?
Katie. Oh, yeah. You got to take your clubs. Absolutely.
Amazing.
It reduces friction. The Brazilian. That's true.
Okay.
So many confessions today. Went deeper than I ever expected to, and that's what I love about this thing. You know, I don't give a shit anymore. I will literally share and say anything because it's all out. I carry no shame. I carry no guilt on I want the conversations that we really have, you can't do on entertainment news television. These are the ones. These are the ones we want to have. Kel, I love today's show. On the road today, so helps time go by. Everybody have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow morning. It is stunningly gorgeous today in Maine. I'm going out on the boat, and I'm going to jump in that cold-ass water. And I love you. Thank you. Steve? Those hot mics are good. Great time. You know it.